What's up? Ed here at HellMS. Left to center, off left to center productions. Just watching videos again, and Charles Berthoud, that crazy ass ginger bass player who's like phenomenal, made a video pointing out what I've been saying forever, that the YouTube guitar community has gone stale. It's not about playing anymore. It's like he estimates 5% is playing, and the rest is gear reviews, repair, do-it-yourself guitar stuff, videos. And honestly, my whole channel, really, from the beginning, the concept was about the playing. It was about me making videos back in the day, making my own backing tracks and then playing live to them and making videos. I don't know how many of those videos are left on my channel, but there's hours of band stuff on my channel, literally, and they don't get any views. And there's some other Dilrod that made this "That's it, I'm done" video. And the one thing I got to give him credit for was he was absolutely right. The "I'm done" clickbait title would get him more views than anything serious that he was trying to do. But he blames shadow banning and all this other stuff. Never really factoring in that you might just be an unpleasant person or have done some shady things on your channel, and over the top acting at times, and false bravado and fake anger. And when you fake rage or anger and you're faking it, like when Neil Young and Joni Mitchell took their music off Spotify, and there was all this rage about those washed up, decrepit, how could they, how dare they. It was so freaking phony. You could see it, how phony it was. And what you think people don't pick up on that, but they do. But the fact of the matter is, playing videos has anymore a small audience, and it doesn't get the views that it used to get. And my feed gets loaded up with this garbage reviews. Maybe I should do an in-depth review of this Harley Benton, measure the nut height of every string at the nut, and measure the fret height, and calculate the break angle at the bridge, and give you all the heights at the 12th fret and how much. Give me a break, man. Here's a guitar. This is what it sounds like. Man, that's a terrible thin pick. That's just. That's a terrible pick. But anyway, better. It's it's not about the playing anymore. It's about anything else but the playing. And I get it, that's what people want to see. I don't know why. And I've got my theories about the value. How do you say it? The Are expensive guitars worth it? Are Fenders and Gibsons and everything overrated? And my personal opinion is no. These other freaking things will fade away and be gone in a few years. A lot of them will just disappear because people will stop buying them. And, Fender and Gibson will still be around. They'll still continue no matter how bad it gets. And so, it's not about the playing anymore. It really isn't. And that gets me. Why don't you step right up and put your music where your mouth is? Pretty boys make room for one more that just can't seem to win. There's no sense denying your best reason on earth for crying. Your chance will never come round again. But I'll help you in the meantime. Figure out how much they're worth when they're gone. Hey, watch them run away. I'll help you in the meantime. Total up just what they're worth when they're gone. Hey, watch them run away. You don't get it right the first time. That's one of my favorite song lyrics of all time. The Ballad of the Last 5 Years by the Guess Who. It came out when I was 14 years old and inspired me. And it's all about the song. One of my favorite songs to hear right now, and it's coincidental that rest in peace Brian Wilson just passed, is the Beach Boys' Don't Worry Baby. I love that song. I think that's a great song. I like watching. Here's a good channel. Norm's Rare Guitars with Mikey Lemo demoing guitars, and he does talk a little bit about these vintage guitars or whatever guitars they are that he has. At the beginning of the video, he spends a minute or two. And then he goes out and he plays, and this guy is just phenomenal. And I'm sure he has an idea of what he's going to play. But, a lot of it's just off the cuff improv. And Mike Lemo is just an amazing guitar player. And so, videos like that, Rick Beato, his interviews are great. I've said it before, one of my favorite interviews is when he interviews Nuno Betancourt. Nuno is such a cool guy. If I was ever in a rock band, I would want to be in a rock band with Nuno. And there was another interview he recently did that my brother and I were watching. Can't remember what it was, but just great interviews. He gets some great people and in-depth, interesting stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I prefer to watch. I catch a lot of this other stuff I don't know. I'm not going to ramble on about it anymore. I've got other things to talk about. So I was in a side chat to a live stream, Music Therapy Laz, and Laz has some really good topic ideas. He tends to get sidetracked a lot, but anyway, and then there's a lot of people in there that recognize me, and I recognize them in their channels and stuff. And I'll watch his live streams. But I had mentioned that I was thinking about doing a classical gas challenge and see how many people would play it and post a video of it and do their own arrangement of it. And he goes, classical gas, what's that? Is that like jazz or something? And this other guy in there goes, oh, it's a song. And he made a feeble attempt to play it in some of it in the live stream, and I don't think Laz actually really recognized it. I don't know. A lot of the other people did, but this is a guy's not a young kid. Okay, he's not. I'm assuming he's in his mid late 30s, but never heard classical gas. Didn't know who it was. Didn't Mason Williams. Never heard Tommy Emmanuel play it. Never heard Jim Stafford play it. Never heard Mason Williams play it, or heard it and just didn't know and didn't care. But I still might do that because I've brushed that song up a little bit and have changed the way that I play it a little bit, and that might be something interesting. Little classical gas challenge, and see how many people can blow my doors off, doing it their way as opposed to doing it my way. So, anywho, the and one of the other final points of this is there has been a rash of I'm done, I'm out videos, and it's clickbait. The title is clickbait. They're not done. They're not out. Well, I'm done. I've had it with the way YouTube and the algorithm and blah 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 blah. Blah. Well, I'm not really gonna go anywhere. But I've been at this since 2015. That's 10 years and haven't accomplished doodly squat. And at the beginning, I was going in a different direction, and then the Tonewood shit came up, and then I just went straight for it's a place to showcase my band, and watch the progression or degression, however you wanna look at it, of my endeavors in the music industry and live performing, with me and my wife and Fred and my friends, and God bless his soul, Rick, who passed away. But so I'll continue posting my guitar videos, and remember, that's what it's about. That's what it was supposed to be about to me. It was supposed to be about people playing music, playing the guitar, and being in a band. And I realized that a huge percentage of these guys that make guitar videos and review videos don't play in a band. Some of them have. Some of them don't. Oh, No, I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it. Maybe I'll do another video about it another time. But anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a good weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. The weather here is going to be crap. Sunday is going to be crap. I don't know what's in store for next week. We hope it gets better. I hope summer begins soon. And everybody, but regardless, enjoy your weekend. Play your guitar. All right, everybody. Uh, Click the like button down there. Subscribe if you want. And I'll see you in the next